All right, so I know at the beginning of this podcast we say 2 consecutive weeks. That's because we recorded this a while ago. I know it's not 2 consecutive weeks, so just bear with us there. This episode, I believe, is just 5 embarrassing moments for us. So it's got some doozies. The one at the end, if you want to skip to that, it's a little embarrassing, but we'll go with it. So we hope you enjoy this podcast. Welcome to the Unqualified Podcast, and you guys have a great day. All right, welcome back to another episode. 2 consecutive weeks, I think, if I get this uploaded properly, in a row of our podcast. So welcome back. My name is Tim,
and I am Molly.
So today we've got an extra juicy one, an extra enjoyable one, we think, anyway. We're talking about our most embarrassing moments, just the moments we've had in our lives that...
Not together always, but...
Yeah. Not together, just in general. Some of them are together. One of them's together here, but... Okay, would you describe us as awkward people?
I would describe us goofy.
Goofy?
I don't think we're awkward.
You don't think we're awkward?
I've seen a lot more awkward people.
Okay.
I don't think we're awkward, like socially awkward.
Do you think the viewers, the listeners would think that we're awkward people?
Probably.
Okay, because we never go out anywhere. We never do anything.
That's a good question.
We never talk about our friends.
That probably is true.
And
we went to Dollar Tree for fun yesterday.
Yep, we sure did, and we had a blast.
Yeah. Okay, we're probably pretty awkward.
Yeah,
people.
it's fine.
It's fine. It's okay. We're pretty enjoyable too. Well, yeah, I think we have a good time.
I mean, I have a good time with us, so I guess that's all that matters, right?
And Arrow likes us. So.
Arrow likes us. Yeah. Rowan is liking me more, so that's good.
Yeah, Rowan's liking you more, so
I know.
That's good news
I'm
for
happy.
Me.
He's smiling.
I got a girls' day out today.
You did.
Shout out to Sam.
What'd you do?
We went to the farmer's market, and since the weather was bad last night and this morning, there were no farmers there.
How many people you say? How
there
many
were
vendors?
3 vendors there. And I asked the lady, I wanted to get strawberries for Arrow mostly.
Yeah, he loved them.
Nope.
He
liked the look of them.
Yeah, he loves how they look red and stuff.
Anyways, so I wanted to go get strawberries. So I asked Sam to go with me, my friend. And I asked the lady, I said, do you usually have more vendors at this time? And she goes, oh yeah, there were tons of people here this morning, but their tent got blown away, so they went home. So I was like, dang it, but we'll go back.
Fair weather farmers, man.
We'll go
Can't
back.
Stand them.
Yeah. Can't stand them.
I'm just kidding.
It's what's wrong with America.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, it was fun. So Rowan likes Tim now, and he does okay.
We had a good time. He went right down for a nap with me. He screamed at everybody in the room. Fun screaming. Me and Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
That's everybody. And he just went right down, fell asleep. It's a good time.
Nice relaxing time with the boys.
Yeah, I had a good time. Arrow was good. We watched a lot of Blaze.
That's good. Blaze and Monster Machines.
Mm-hmm. Blaze, yep.
But yeah.
So anyway, today we're going to share with you guys some deep, dark secrets, our most embarrassing moments.
Yeah.
So do you have a plan for this? Like, are you...
So we'll just read off our...
We're just going to read? Yeah. Do you want to...
I'll go first.
Okay.
My first one is... okay, so this is a funny story. And it's so embarrassing because you at this moment... I think I was in middle school. I had braces and glasses. And I'm just an awkward string being little girl. Anyway, so I went to a lake house with my friend, and it was her cousin's lake house. So, this wasn't even her lake house. This was her cousin's lake house. And her cousin I went to school with, too. Mm-hmm. And I had a crush on her cousin. So...
Oh, I didn't know this part of the story.
So
okay.
I was at the lake with this family, and I wore my hot pink... shorts.
Right, to get noticed, of course.
No, to go tubing because, I've always been embarrassed because I have a birthmark on my leg.
Okay, yeah.
So I didn't want to wear a bikini bottom in front of him because I didn't want him to see my birthmark. So anyways,
yeah, I get it.
So I wore these shorts tubing, and they were wet and hot pink. And then I got on their boat. Oh my gosh, I'm like cringing right now. I got on their boat after I went tubing, and like the hot pink transferred onto the white boat seat. So I get up and like nobody says anything to me or anything. And then I heard them talking about how there was a hot pink butt stain on the boat.
So you permanently left your butt on these people's boat.
Yes. And then the guy always teased me about it.
Oh gosh. Wait,
he was very
the
nice,
cute
actually.
one?
Yes.
Was he? Oh, so
He was very nice
you
to
admit
me.
he was cute.
Yes.
Oh.
This is weird.
Okay. This is awkward. You told me that you weren't attracted to him at all. All right.
Anyways, so I have somewhere out there my butt is on permanently.
Somewhere, whether they sold
well,
it.
they sold the boat.
Did
they
they?
sold it pretty recently after.
Which seat was it? In case it's one of the people that listen to this.
Remember. It was a pontoon.
Well, was it front right, front left?
It was back.
It was back.
Back left, maybe.
Okay. You got to reach out if you have this boat. Okay. We need to ride on it again for old time's sake. Okay.
It was awful, you guys. I was so embarrassed. I felt so bad too. It wouldn't come out. So like he would always remind me, hey, it's not coming out this week. We're gonna have to try to use bleach. Oh, it was awful.
See, okay, I feel like they shouldn't make them like that. Like they know that.
Well, they shouldn't make shorts like that too.
I guess. I mean,
I don't
know
know.
I don't know who's. Let's not throw
on.
blame around. Let's not.
Carry on. Okay, so this one's mine too. So
This is yours?
Yeah, I'll go next.
Oh,
Again,
okay.
The chiropractor. So I'm pretty regular about going to the chiropractor, and I don't know if I had Arrow at this point or if I was pregnant for Arrow at this point.
You had Arrow for sure.
Do you think so?
Yeah, 100%.
Then he was in a baby seat.
Yeah, you had to. Well, I think you dropped him off. Anyway, go on.
Anyways, so I went to the chiropractor, and I go regularly. Anyways, so I walk into the chiropractor, just go get my checkup, do all the things. And like they had to tie your feet down to the bottom to like pull on my hips and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I go home.
People, wait, they have to tie he ties your feet down? People are going to be confused if you don't clarify. They're like, what kind of chiro does this girl go to?
Wait, that's not what they're supposed to do? No. So like, you know how they Velcro your like feet. So that the table pulls apart so your hips.
I mean, I know that, but that's never been my experience. No one has ever tied me to a table when I'm at a chiropractor.
I'm not tied to the table. Okay, these natural people just get weird. I'm just kidding. No, but I don't know. Somebody out there, tell me that you get Velcroed too, because like I get Velcroed and then I'm pretty sure this is why I'm pretty sure I was pregnant. Because
why you were pregnant? Holy moly! Oh my gosh! We're gonna have to pause the podcast here. I'm so sorry. We got some things to talk about.
Arrow looks just like Tim though. But anyways, no, I'm pretty sure that's why I think that I was pregnant because I remember because I don't get Velcroed anymore because I don't know. This is weird now. Anyways, this is not even a part of the story. So like my feet were in his face because he had to pull my hips and like strap my feet in. And so I come home and like on the way back, I was like, oh my gosh, it really smells. And I looked down and I had poop on the bottom of my shoe the whole time.
So his face got all up in that
Not
poop.
one person told me.
Dog poop, clarifying.
Yeah, dog poop.
Yeah.
Dog poop.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so embarrassed.
Yep.
I'm surprised I went back.
No, yeah. I mean, he probably gets it
That's so embarrassing.
all the time.
Oh.
You know what? It's probably worse. He probably has people that go in there that smell like that.
Oh, gosh. But actual poop,
I don't know.
Because he has carpet and I was tracking. Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
You know, he probably should have warned you. Like, hey, just so you know, you've got
That's what I was
big old dog
thinking.
dookie on the bottom of your foot. If you want to
But
clean
he's
that
so
off on the carpet on the
nice.
way out, you can go ahead and do that. Scuff it like grass.
He's so nice. So he was probably like, I don't want to make her embarrassed.
It's like, oh, crap.
Literally.
And
okay, you take it away next. You got a good one.
I've got a couple
another
good
dookie
ones.
one.
I've got a couple ones. Well, not technically. Okay, so The next two are me. When I used to do home health, and how that works out is I tend to travel from, house to house to house doing therapy with people, and I would eat in the car. You'd pack my lunch because you're a fantastic wife. Need to mention that. But you would pack my lunch, and then I would go to this house and this house and this house, and sometimes you throw a little treat in there, a little surprise. This was back when chocolate tasted good before COVID, and I had a Reese's peanut butter cup, right? And so that apparently
it was also summer.
It was summer, and I don't have air conditioning in my car. I haven't for a long time, and so it's hot. This thing's falling apart. Whatever.
How many miles do you have on your car?
230 right now, or something
like that.
And
this is with the new engine.
Yeah, this is right after the new engine. I don't. Anyways, I pull up to this house, and apparently it's where I go in, and I'm working. It's the last house of the day.
No, you were at the nursing home.
Was I at the nursing home?
You went back to the nursing home. So you were at the nursing home, and then you came home.
Okay. Anyway, that's not how it went.
Okay,
You're completely wrong. It's okay. the last house of the day. This is my story, and I'm sticking to it. I must have eaten this Reese cup. It must have dropped in the seat along the way. But I get done with this eval, and as I'm leaving, or when I get home after I left the house, I'm like, oh man, I got all this chocolate on my seat. I was like, wait a minute here. Look on the back. I've got this big old stain right down my butt crack, right where the seam of my pants are there, my scrubs. And it looks like
it looks
like someone put a little dookie there.
Because it was melted.
And this lady probably thought, oh my gosh, my therapist. Luckily I didn't pick her up, so I didn't have to go back. But I mean, it's whatever. Like, it's not that big a deal, but
to look back at so he came home and he showed it to me. And I can't imagine what it looked like with the clump of Reese's peanut butter cup, because it literally looked like poop.
Yeah.
Because of the peanut butter and the chocolate mixed. Oh, it was so funny.
So somebody thinks that I crap my pants right before going into their house. I wonder if she had reservations about me, like, sitting on her furniture. She didn't say anything.
I wonder if you wanted to stay.
Okay. He just sat down on my couch.
You left a stain.
All right, now for a quick sponsor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. It's what we use. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will then distribute your podcast for you so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. All right, back to us.
I don't know. I could have.
Oh, you guys, that's so funny. I'm so sorry. That one gets me every single time. Okay, what's your next one?
Okay, this one.
This one's so silly.
This one is stupid. When I was, so I went to kindergarten at the school that my mom worked at, right? And then I switched in first grade. I went to the school that was in Delphus, in my hometown there. And so as I walk in, you're meeting everybody. You meet the principal, right? And so they're introducing me in the office, and they're like, "This is my son Tim," and I'm, a first grader. I don't know how old you are when you go to school anymore.
Probably 7 or 8.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. But so the principal's name was also Tim, and so then he's this tall. He's like 7 foot.
He easily has to be 7 foot, and his wife is 4 foot.
Yeah,
9.
I mean it's his wife is as tall as I was when I was in first grade. So he was a giant to me, and nice guy, but he like bends over like 110 degrees of hip flexion, because that's how far he has to be to talk to kids. And
it's probably why we were tired.
Oh, yeah, sore back. and he goes, well, my name's Tim too. Not awkward me pretends to faint for some reason. I go, oh, and I faint into I remember my dad like holding on to me like, what are you doing? I don't even know what my parents said at that point. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, okay, I've never met another Tim before, and I should be impressed, or
the name Tim. It's so common.
I mean, I've never met one, and apparently I'd watched so many movies that I'm just like, well, this is the appropriate response to something like that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I'm crying.
So that was great.
Oh, do you want to go next again?
Oh my gosh, I got another one, don't I?
Yeah.
Most of these are okay. So
this is another little awkward Tim moment.
Dad, I'm sorry about this one. So we used to go out when I was younger. We used to go out to Chinese buffets, which is fantastic. Like we don't go. You and I have not been to a Chinese buffet.
I have a fear of buffets.
Buffets, yes. So we don't go, but I used to love them. There was this one I remember it was in Van Wert that we used to go to. And so one of the first times we went there, I made myself a salad. Right? And so I've got this bowl of salad. For some reason, it's in a styrofoam bowl. I don't know. Must have been something going around at that point. I really don't know. So I've got this
COVID or something.
SARS. So I've got this styrofoam bowl, and I'm walking back to the table. Just me. I want to be silly and make a funny joke. And I said, "Hey, Dad, look, it's tossed salad." And I pretended to toss my bowl. Tomatoes, which I now do not like. One of the tomatoes just flopped right off of it, flew like a disc across the sky, right onto the ground.
Oh,
and my dad just had a knee-jerk reaction, apparently, grabbed my arm and pulled me in and said, "Timothy!" like echoing through this, what seemed like a huge gymnasium at the time. I'm sure it was much smaller than that, but my memory sees it as this gigantic.
We're going to have to visit to see how big it is.
I don't even know what it's called. But anyway, so that then I remember looking over my left shoulder while he was Timothying me and seeing a mom and kid laugh in the corner there.
And that's where he got his satisfaction.
Yeah,
and that from this day, he cannot stop making jokes because of the response. Oh boy, those first two ones got me though. Okay, so here's another Molly moment. So in high school, me and my friends, we would always go to this house that had Christmas lights just decked out, and it would go with it's a synchronized Christmas house. So like it would go with a radio station and you'd sit and watch it. So anyways, something happened that day. I don't really remember what, but it was a very dramatic day. So my mom was like, "I don't want you going anywhere. You go to your friend's house and you stay put and then you come home." And I was like, yeah, whatever. It's fine. Yeah, of course. So then of course, when I get there, I'm like, "Hey, you guys want to go see the Christmas lights?" Mind you.
Little rebel heart.
Mind you. Yeah, exactly. So I did nothing except for go see Christmas lights in high school. Like that was my rebel thing. But anyway, so it was like raining that night. My mom's like, "I just don't need another thing." So I was like, "Okay, that's fine." So we get there and it is, I think, 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. So these Christmas lights aren't even up yet.
Well, yeah, obviously.
But I was like, let's go check.
Up?
Yeah, because they put them up the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
They started. Because their electricity bill just has to be through the roof.
Yeah.
So anyways, So I'm like, "You guys want to go check and see if the lights are up yet?" Because at this time they didn't have Facebook to update us.
Right.
So,
MySpace. And you didn't use MySpace, right?
No.
You're a little bit too young for that.
No, but anyways, so Facebook was not updated. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go head out. Let's go see. We're not doing anything anyways. So my car, I was also in cosmetology school at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I had mannequin heads in the back of my car. So I
Horrifying,
had 4 or 5 mannequin heads. So my car was filled to the brim with, I think we had like, my car is a 5-car passenger. It was the Nitro.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had 8 people in it.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, this will be fine. I've never gotten caught for anything before. So I load up everybody and we go to see the Christmas lights.
With
my friends.
What are you wearing?
Oh, yes. With my Christmas hat on that flashes and it looks like the house.
We still have it, don't we?
We sure do.
Yeah.
And Tim hates it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, it looks like an ugly Christmas sweater with lights. So I'm just driving and I'm at this like speed trap for sure. And it goes from 35 to 55. So I just start picking up early from the 35 to the 55 and I get pulled over. So when I get pulled over, I'm like, okay, you guys get in the back. Like, you got to lay down. Because we had 8 people in this car.
Mm-hmm.
And so they laid down in the back. And then one of my friends held up the mannequin head. And it was like, we were just like all frantic. And then the cop comes to my window and he's like, okay, I need to see your insurance and ID. And at that point, I didn't even know what my insurance looked like.
Uh-huh.
So I was shaking so bad. I gave him my debit card. So I gave him my debit card and he looks at me and like, I think he really felt bad for me. And I also had this blinking flashlight on my head.
Because you didn't turn it off.
Yeah, I totally forgot I had it on my head. So he's like, where are you guys heading to? And I was like, we're going to go see Christmas lights. But he's like, this isn't what I need. I need your insurance and your ID. And I was shaking so hard, so terrified.
It's no wonder he didn't think like you were drinking.
I know. Well, because he's like, well, this girl, she's so innocent. Like, she's not doing anything. Well, he looked at my I didn't get a ticket though. He looked at my record and he's like, well, you look like you don't have anything on your history, so just be good or something. Yeah,
be good.
So
that's what all cops say.
So we drove off with my 8 people, my mannequin heads, my Christmas lights.
Did you still go to the Christmas lights?
Yeah.
You still went to the house?
And they didn't have them up.
Oh, well, worth it then, huh?
Yeah, not as funny as your stories, man.
I know.
I'm still tickled.
Mine are very bad. I think.
But it's just embarrassing because I handed him my debit card.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, you were young. I'm gonna skip the Texas joke.
Talk about the Texas joke.
Oh gosh, this one's cringe. This one. Oh boy. Okay.
Do you want me to say it?
I mean, it doesn't matter. I'll say it. So when I first got here, I mean, I could have been.
You should see the look on his face right now.
I'm just annoyed. What a dumb thing to do. So I try to be funny in everything. If you guys haven't noticed, I try to just be a goofball. Yeah. Oh. So when I first show up here, oh, nice snort, babe. When I first showed up here, I drove all the way across the country to marry this sweet girl that I'm sitting in front of right now. And
I was graduating from cosmetology school.
And so I got there, and the first thing we met our parents, and then like maybe a week later or something. What were we going to
celebrate the cosmetology school?
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't want anybody to come to the school. I just wanted to go get dinner.
So there we go. That's the backstory. We were going to go get dinner at Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, but I don't even remember it now. And so,
okay, do you want me to say it?
No, I mean I just don't want to say it. But
so
yeah,
anyway, so we were going to Texas Roadhouse, and my dad's like, "Okay, Molly Ann, what do you want to go get? What's your choice of restaurant you want to go to?" And I said Texas Roadhouse, and Tim goes, I don't know. Texas is a pretty far.
Doesn't that seem like a pretty far drive? So stupid. I mean,
and my dad, the goofiest of all goofies, he goes, that was pretty bad.
Well, he goes, what? And he's like, well, what? And I was like, just Texas. And, oh, that's bad.
Texas. And he goes, that was pretty bad.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so Tim is still upset. I hope he doesn't cut this out of the.
He allowed me. he allowed me to marry you.
That's true.
So it must not have been that bad. But I mean, that's. Ugh.
It was a pretty stupid
smooth move there, Slick.
Okay, so this one. Oh, I hate this.
Molly's always wanted to be an influencer. Go on.
I won't even. No, this was my friend's idea.
Oh,
I
this
won't
was
even.
okay.
Yeah, because she wanted to be a movie star.
Is she in it? Is she?
No.
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 Is she close?
I'm much closer.
That's fine. That's fine. Hollywood is just ridiculous.
But anyways, so we were bored one day and we're like, hey, let's do lawnmower races.
How old were you?
6th grade, probably.
Oh, wow. You were young.
Yeah, I didn't have braces yet. Well, I know we figured this out.
Holy moly.
So anyways, my friend, I don't know if she watched YouTube or like what, but like she's like, Molly, we do such goofy stuff. Let's take videos of it. And I was like, okay. Like I had no idea what we were doing. I never watched YouTube.
What was it called?
I'm not, should I tell?
Yeah.
It's called iMother. So it's still online. But anyways, so she's like, let's take videos of us doing this. So we end up like making, I think 2 years we had the channel, but it wasn't like consecutive. And like the most views we've ever gotten was 100 views probably.
Well, that's not true. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh my gosh.
You've got your highest viewed thing is 340 views, and it's spouses fighting. I have yet to see this thing. So
this is as bad as his Texas joke.
Oh gosh.
I'm a man in it, aren't I? Or am I the pregnant one? I'm the pregnant one.
Oh, typical. Oh, that's our life. Okay. Fighting spouses and you're the pregnant one.
But anyway, so we go through, everybody knows about iMother.
You got like 5 videos. You got a lot. Anyway.
We have more than 5.
Oh, okay.
We did it for like 2 years. That was when I was a freshman.
1,
I
2,
made that
3,
when I was a
4,
freshman.
7. You got 7 videos.
Over the course of 2 years.
Yeah.
Anyways, so me and my friend, we were just trying to make it big time, you know? And we told everybody at school. We even told the local sportscaster. We literally told Andy Lynch, the local sports caster. So anyways, we get to high school and it's behind us. We're like, okay, this is done. We're not doing this anymore. This is embarrassing. We get through high school without hearing about it. And then like one of the last days of school, we were in yearbook together and somebody took Mrs. White's computer and
found iMother.
And no, like they found iMother, but they didn't tell us. And they put it on as we were walking into class. iMother was on. And I literally almost cried because I was so embarrassed. But it's not that big of a deal anymore. But if you saw iMother, like right now, like I just got sweaty from you seeing.
They're
so obnoxious.
It's iMother 1 is the user if you want to YouTube that. Oh boy.
Anyways.
Oh man, I can't.
Let's make some money off of that,
views.
baby.
Yeah.
It's probably mostly me and Heather.
340 times?
Yeah.
That could be.
Okay. You Tim, now this is your glory days that you can go back to.
Oh boy. Looks like we both wanted to be famous at some point in our past. So
we made it.
Yeah. I was a rapper shortly after high school and going into college. One of the things that happened was that I got my heart broken, right?
Not by me. I was only 10.
No, I was in a relationship for a long time in high school and I went into college, and then I had this like identity crisis where I'm like, who the heck am I in college? So then I'm like, I like to write. Maybe I'll start rapping. So I started rapping.
You had a whole album.
I've made, not kidding, like 14 songs. And you know what? I got paid $20 for it one time at a party. They paid me $20 to go to Columbus Grove to rap at a party. They turned the music on and I rapped sweatily because I was very embarrassed. This was the end of my career, obviously. And They gave me $20. I had to give $2 to Corey Bastion because he was my manager.
I am also positive. I will put the whole $20 down to tell you that when you left the party, you got made fun of.
That could be. I was only there for like 20 minutes.
Oh my god!
Because I got there just to rap, and then we left.
I don't like that. I don't like it.
I don't like. Well, that's who I am.
Tim was a rapper. I married a rapper, y'all.
He might make a comeback if this YouTube stuff plays out. A lot of YouTubers will go and start their own music career and everything. So be ready, people. Be ready.
He'll come back out. But he is actually very talented with writing, and he wrote me a poem actually. When
just one.
Just one. He caught my eye and wrote me a poem, and then really just
once we got married, I just stopped trying.
Yeah. So yeah, he's very talented. It's just not the way to do it, Tim. It's just not the you were too Tim to rap.
You are correct.
Okay, so the next one's a doozy. This one's me. So when I get pregnant, you guys know that I get very sick, and I'm just, I don't know, something happens to me when I'm pregnant. And I'm also lightheaded just in the normal day to day too. And don't worry.
You got people in the listening like, oh, she should go check that out.
I did get it checked out, and they cannot tell me what's wrong with me. Anyways, I don't know. So anyways, I'm working out, and for my first pregnancy, I was like, okay, you got to work out your whole pregnancy. You're 34 weeks. You still have 6 weeks left. Like, get this moving. So I was working out still. I was talking to my mom, which didn't help anything because your airflow is awful anyways when you're pregnant. So your heart rate's up. You're talking to your mom. And anyways, so I started seeing black patches. And if you've passed out before, you know, like that's a warning sign. Hey, like you need to start resting. And I didn't. I kept going because I didn't want to scare my mom and I didn't want to scare my trainer. So I was
How many weeks were you again?
34 weeks pregnant.
Yep.
So I was real big. I mean, you remember me. Big old girl when I'm pregnant. But anyways, so I was getting the blotchy, patchy, passing out signs. And I go, like, we finish our workout. And I'm like, okay, thank the Lord I survived. So I walk over to my water to go get a drink. And I completely lost all vision. And I started cramping and getting contractions really strong. And I was like, oh, crap, what is happening? So, like, I couldn't see a thing. At all, like nothing. And I was like, Mom, I'm passing out. And my mom's like, oh my gosh. And then my trainer, he's never had a kid. He's terrified of blood, all the things. And I start like sitting down to like catch my breath so I don't fall on the floor 34 weeks pregnant. And I lay on the ground, knock over my water bottle. The whole gym is filled with people. And the curves ladies are there. Yeah. So literally I'm sitting there like blanking out. Like I can't see anything. All I see is Zach's hands just trembling. I mean, I was worried about him. And then I knock over this water bottle. So these curves ladies think I'm giving birth.
You got water. Your water broke. You're ready to go.
They still talk about it to this day. Like so COVID happened and like they all have seen me. And then they all came back and they're like, oh, you're the girl who passed out and your water broke here.
You nearly gave birth in this gym.
That was me. Ugh. Yeah. So yeah. They wanted to call the they wanted to call the ambulance, and I was like, "No, our insurance is pitiful." That's a lot of money. So they didn't call the ambulance. I just had to go get checked out, but everything was okay. I just needed more water and stuff. But that was so embarrassing. Oh, that was awful. Okay,
that'd be scary.
Yeah, it was scary. Well, you were there. No, you weren't there, but you were my husband. It was scary for you that I passed out and was having contractions 34 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, that's true.
You were still with me, Tim.
I was. You are correct.
Okay. Do you want to talk about this one?
Okay.
This is Tim's fault. Should we have this one last? Should we do the round off first?
I'll do the round off one. So when I was younger at a church, we had a play. You know, they had a play that you could be in, and all the children were in it and whatever. And so I had a solo, surprisingly, in the play. And so during that song, it was like a very upbeat song. I remember that. I don't remember the words that I had, but there was another kid in the play with the solo in that song, and like he was doing some cool stuff. Like he I think when he got done with his solo, what he's supposed to do, I remember, was run across the stage, do like back handsprings and a backflip like at the end, right? So I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Yeah, like he was in tumbling or whatever, gymnastics, doesn't matter. And so as we're practicing, I'm like, man, that'd be really cool. And so I went up and it's like, Mrs. Sugar, and she's like, yeah, Tim. I was thinking after my solo, it would be really cool if I could do a round off. And she's like, oh, Tim, that might be a good idea. I'll have to check on that.
She never checked.
She was also the one in charge, so I don't know who she's checking with in general. Moral of the story is I didn't get to do my round off.
She has to check on you doing a round off. But the guy was able to do a back handspring and back flip.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But yeah, Tim really, he was real hurt from no round off.
So then, you know what I did then? Not then, but years later, I taught myself how to do a back handspring.
Yep.
Out jumping in the front yard, I'm like, I'm gonna stinking do this, Miss Sugar.
Tim tells me, no, we can't have trampolines, as he's out in the front yard doing back handsprings as a child.
I was bored, and I had to show Miss Sugar what I could do. She didn't believe in me.
Okay, yes.
This is the last one. Okay,
but
this
not the least.
Certainly not. This is the...
I would say parent warning right here.
I guess.
It's not at all.
It's not that graphic.
It's not.
So our first year of marriage, when we're redoing this house, that was our main focus before we had kids. We're redoing this house, and we're like, let's see like what we can do. So I sign us up at the mall. This is how this all got started. At the mall, you could win free windows. So I'm like, well, heck yeah, let's sign this puppy. So I entered our names, and
mind you, I want you to know that my mom and dad never let me sign up for those things because they knew they were gimmicks.
Yep. So anyway, we didn't win. What we did do was we got these two men to invite themselves to our house. But the funny thing is that to give us a presentation, you know how, I mean, that's just how some businesses do things, right? They're not really door to door, but they will come and show you everything. And let's be honest.
We were impressed.
We were, but the windows looked fantastic. I'm not about to drop 20 grand on windows. I'm sorry.
If anybody wants a sponsor.
Yeah, if you, window people, if you're listening, if you want to sponsor.
20% off to my followers.
And so they called me earlier in the week or something, and they're like, hey, we'd like to stop by. Is there a good time? And at that point, I was working pretty late, so I never knew what to expect. So I'm like, yeah, why don't you come by Thursday at like 8 o'clock, 8:30 or something? And they're like, okay, yeah, we can do that. And so
we totally forgot about it.
100%. So Thursday gets here. Like I have a work day. I get home, and we're like, let's play some Wii, right? We get Molly. I don't know how it even came up, but Molly's really good at playing Mario Kart, right? So I didn't know this really, but I was like,
I heckled him.
She did, and I was like, you know what? Let's up the stakes a little bit. And I said, every single time one of us loses,
who said this? Molly said this.
Did you say this?
Yes.
Oh, you're a little spicy. So Molly says, I figured it was me.
No.
Let's up the ante. Every time someone loses, they got to take off an article of clothing, right? Just to be fun.
We're just so awkward, you guys.
And
this wasn't sexy in any way.
No, it was not. After you hear the rest of the story, it definitely
keep listen.
So we were,
Molly's at a 0.
Shut up. Don't tell him.
Molly won 8 times.
So we were both basically naked.
Nope, not. I did not have a lick of clothing off of me.
Look, guys, here's the truth. I lost every time. So
I'm sitting there. Undies on.
I'm sitting there in my boxers, like on the dang couch. Like our front door is to our right. We don't have drapes or anything on our windows. Nothing.
I don't even think we had a porch light at that time.
I mean, so we totally forgot that they're going to show up. The door is 10 feet to our right. A window that you can see in is 12 feet to our right. And so we all of a sudden we're playing. All of a sudden we're playing, and we hear knock, 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 knock. I was like, I looked at her. Oh gosh. We told them they could come. She's like, who? Window guys are here. She's like, window guys. And so we're scrambling around. I have to find where I threw my clothes because dork me. I'm like, no. I just throw it across the room. And so answer the door, I think without a shirt on at that point. I'm like, okay, pants are going to have to do for right now. Shorts are going to have to do. So, we answer the door and they proceed to tell us that they are here for the windows. And they come in. I put a shirt on. They give us the whole spiel.
We tell them no.
We tell them. We say we're going to think about it. We don't. And then they leave. But like, I will always wonder. Well, one, that was really embarrassing because I'm always going to wonder if, like, did they peek in the window to see if someone was home? Because they probably went to our other door that we couldn't hear, knocked 40 times, nothing happened. So they come to this door and they look in, they're like, are they home? Oh, they're home. Holy cow, they're home. That dude.
Why is she fully clothed?
That dude is desperate. Look at him.
Throw his clothes on.
So,
you guys.
Oh,
this story. I think it's more funny. Mine were more painfully embarrassing, but like the ones about Tim were just hilarious.
Which I'm fine with. Like I don't get embarrassed much anymore.
Funny.
But that was fun. Imagine being those people. Like, oh gosh, do we not
stay? Like we're supposed to tell our boss. Like,
boss is gonna be mad if we don't. At least try.
Oh, that was so funny. Moral of the story is, don't play Strip Mario if you're bad at it. Yep, if you're bad at it.
They're probably like, hey, let's watch a little bit, see if she loses. They're out there for 30 minutes. You haven't lost a single thing. They're like, why does this dude keep stripping? Anyway.
Oh man, that was so funny. But yeah, moral of the story, don't sign up for free.
Don't put your name in the free window thing unless, someone may have won free windows, but
it wasn't
is it worth forgetting and then playing Strip Mario to answer the door with no shirt on?
I mean,
think about that. Think about the consequences of your action, people.
And mind you, it was in the middle of winter, so like it was strange for Tim not to have a shirt on. It was so funny, and we were so just thrown off. We totally forgot about the winter guys, but. Oh man, that was a fun episode. I am crying.
You are. Yeah. You see, I love it because I love to see you laugh. That's my favorite thing. And then you are. I'm sure they love to hear. I bet one thing I've noticed about like podcasts and videos and stuff, if people laugh, like I tend to laugh along with them. Like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you guys probably enjoyed this if you're still here. I hope
you did enjoy it. It was hilarious to me.
I hope you don't think that we're weird.
Well, we are weird. We started the story with us being awkward. So.
Well, okay, yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening. I'm not even sure how long this one was, but it was a pretty good length.
43 minutes, yeah.
The little boys, they have been sleeping.
That's fantastic. Yeah. They never do this.
Yeah, so hopefully we get more ideas and stay tuned with you guys and let you guys know what our lives are about. We are going to Michigan soon.
We're going to go on a vacation.
Yeah, so I'll definitely tell you guys about that here shortly. But yeah, if you guys can take your time and go subscribe to our show and then
subscribe and then rate it at 5 stars. If if you liked it, especially, but if you didn't, just because you feel bad for us at this point.
Yeah, we need all the help we can get. You guys hear this.
You guys can hear how
desperate for windows we are. But anyways, so we hope you enjoyed this show, and we hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and hopefully you guys enjoy the summer.
Yeah. And we'll see you in the next one.
Yep.
Bye.
See you guys.